we talk about hiring subcontractor, and we say the first subcontractor that come into play is the concrete guy. The concrete guy is gonna go step by step. Everything you do in construction need to have a contract, and then you never pay upfront. So if the guy tell you you're gonna do something for $10, you say okay, you start first. Then halfway you pass inspection, I give you $5. Then you finished, you pass the inspection, then I give you the other five. Never give money before the contractor start, because they have a tendency to get your job. It's not like they're stealing your money. Some will steal your money, but it's not like they're stealing the money. The thing is, they don't have a lot of, some of them doesn't have a lot of back job waiting for them, right? So they work week by week. So if you give the guys the money, he start the job, but he finished the job this week, he doesn't have job for next week. So what they will do, they will take a job this week, they start it. They take another job for next week. They come start it, they call off on your job, then they go start another job. Then by the time you look, you got contractors not showing up because now they have enough job for a month, and then they just go job to job, do 2 days here, 1 day there. Anyway, first contractor, block. The second subcontractor you're gonna hire is your plumbing. So the block guy is gonna do concrete, block, they're gonna do beam, and they're gonna do the final beam, and they're gone. But the subcontractor for plumbing is about 3 steps. They're gonna do underground plumbing, they're gonna do rough plumbing, and they're gonna do final plumbing. The other contractor, I guess another subcontractor you're gonna bring into the picture is the AC contractor. They're gonna do rough AC, and they're going to do final AC. We're having framing contractors. They are going to do the roof, the sheeting, and then the final framing. Then after that, you're gonna have to have electrical contractor comes into the picture. They're going to do rough electric and final electric. Another contractor after that. Now the way I'm listed them is exactly the way you look for them. It all is exactly the way they come one after another, right? Electrical come last. So when the AC is done, that when electrical come. Okay? Plumbing can come anytime he wants to because he doesn't mess with a lot of stuff, but the AC and electric, they're always fighting. Plus, you need to know where you're gonna put the switch for the AC. So for the AC, the electric guy wants to come when AC is finished his job. So you got AC. When AC is finished, the electric roof is finished, framing roof is finished, plumbing roof is finished. Then you call your insulation contractor. Your insulation comes in, bam, is finished. Then after insulation, you call your drywall contractor. Your drywall contractor comes in, he do his job. Now, after each of the job, you have to stop, you call for inspection. And when you pass inspection, you go to the next job. You cannot keep working and don't pass inspection, because the inspector gonna just stop your job and make you rip stuff out so they can inspect. In other words, if you have not passed your framing inspection, you cannot just start putting insulation. And if you haven't passed your insulation, the insulation job is done. The guy say, pay me, you pay him his money. And then you start putting drywall, but you never call inspection for insulation. So what's happened? The inspector need to see the insulation behind the drywall. So you're going to have to rip off the drywall again. And then, trust me, you do not want to have a job finished without inspection and you move to the next. This is recipe for disaster. So then the drywall contractor finishes his job. Then the finishing is done. Your painting contractor, subcontractor come. Remember, when I say contractor, I'm talking about subcontractor, because you are the contractor. You're building the house. Then the carpentry guys come. The carpentry put doors, he put baseboard, he put cabinets. Then it's gone. Then your tile guy comes in, your tile subcontractor comes in. He put the tiles in. Then the painting guy come back, finish up. Then now you start thinking about outside the house. But as soon as you pass framing and doors and windows put in place by the carpentry, you can now call the masonry contractor to do the stucco or to do the outside finish. At the same time, as soon as you're done with framing and engineering, we're talking about the roof sheeting and plywoods and stuff is finished, then you can call your roofing contractor to bring the black covering to make the house waterproof. Because you cannot work inside the house with anything without the house being waterproof. So after the framing is done, engineering is done, then the house has to be waterproof. The roofing subcontractor comes in, they do a black paper or some kind of blue paper, any kind of paper that's gonna prevent when he's rent for the water to come inside. So when we waterproof the house, then the subcontractor can come inside and start working. Then after that, you lay the stucco. Then the roof is finished. At this point, you're doing your soffit and gutters. At this point, you are working on to do your septic system if you do, or the sewers. You're working with your water or your well. All this has to be in place. Then you do what they call a final grading. You do your driveway, your final grading. You put your landscaping, grass, trees. There is requirement of many trees that must have in one house so it can consider finished. Then you have to start calling all the final inspection, final AC, final electric, final plumbing. Then you call some places you have to have a pre-termite treatment before you start it, and a final termite treatment after you're done. Or some company can decide it, you're gonna just do the work, and then when we're done, we're gonna put termite termite treatment where they planted it around the house, and constantly release treatment that protect the whole house. So you can either have pre-treatment for the slab, or you don't have to do anything, and then you just put bait. They call them bait. And then you call, when everything is done, all the inspection is finished, then you can call final inspection, and they will give you what they call a CO, and then basically the house is done. Managed to do it in 2 parts, less than 10 minutes. Yay. So now you cannot say you didn't know the steps. If you guys, please just listen to the videos, write it down, and then that's how you build your house. Now, I'm not saying it's hard or easy. I lay the steps and I tell you what you need. Now all you have to do is work hard, Google every steps, every people that you need to hire, and then you manage your construction, and that's it, and it's done. But if you say, oh man, I can't do it, then you're gonna have to hire somebody to do it. But at least you know who to hire. Some people may be good, they can say, well, I can do my own tile. Fine, you don't need a tile contractor. Some people might say, well, I can do my own AC. Well, you don't need an AC contractor. Some people might say, well, I can lay my block by myself. Well, you don't need a block contractor. What is important, whether if you do owner builder, whether you hire a contractor or not, you have to call for inspection for each step, and the inspector gonna comes in, gonna treat that job as though it was done by a contractor. And if it's not done right, they're gonna tell you, you gotta fix this, fix that. And even when you hire a contractor, some inspection gonna be failing, because the inspection job is to make sure not the house is built right, but the house is not only built right, but the house has to meet all the government codes. So that's why you call for inspection. Like, share, subscribe. Peace. God bless you guys.